So why don't we introduce ourselves first?
I'm Jochem Schmidt.
And I'm Andrea Katz. And the first question is, what do you do outside of tango?
You asking me?
Yes.
Outside of tango?
Yes.
Well, I'm an architect. I work for an architecture firm in New York. We build hospitals all over the world, mainly in the Middle East, and also in New York. My other hobbies are sculpting, which I have neglected because of tango. And I do some sailing. I live on Long Island, so there's lots of water all around. I used to do photography also. I do gardening. I have a beautiful garden. And of course my family, which I'm also neglecting. But I'm very fortunate because my wife is from Argentina, but she does not dance tango.
But I'm very lucky.
Lets me go.
She loans him to me. Okay. Well, I'm Andrea Katz, and I am an artist and a designer, and I live in New York. And I have a fashion collection for men and women. I do clothing, handbags, and jewelry. And I will soon be opening my own store and design studio in Lower Manhattan. And I travel a lot around the world. I sell my clothing internationally. And I met Jay in Buenos Aires on a trip after I first started getting into tango. And I'm very lucky, like he said, that Marta loans him to me to dance. And we've also developed a wonderful friendship because of that.
Yeah, we went to Argentina together, and we took.
No, we didn't go together.
We met
there.
But,
we met in Argentina.
We met in Argentina, and we took a workshop with Carlos Gavito.
Right. Well, we were both very concerned because Gavito was very ill, and we both, I guess I could speak for you, say that we wanted to dance with him and learn what we could before it was too late. And we were very blessed and very lucky to learn not just to tango from Gavito, but what he learned about tango, or I should say what he learned about himself and about life through tango. He really made it his raison d'etre to pass on to his students. And I'll never forget, do you remember one day in the studio, we were standing around, and he got very annoyed at some of the leaders, and he said, you know, tango is not about steps. And he stopped the class. He said, stop dancing. And he said, you and you and you and you are here because there's something empty here. There's something missing. And I think the something missing that we get through tango is a sense of a connection to ourselves and to other people through the music and just to sort of life in general. Next question. How did you first get involved with tango?
Well, I have a colleague at work. He's from Yugoslavia, and he's a tango dancer for many years. And for years he has been asking me every Friday he goes to a milonga, and he has been asking me to come along with him, and he wanted to show me the tango, Argentine tango. And I told him, well, I'm not really interested in dancing. I'm too old for it. It's something for the young people.
How old were you when you started?
I was 60 years old, yes. And so I told him, no, really, I'm not interested. For years he has been asking me every Friday, come along. I said no. So one day I told him, okay, I come only once, so I get you off my back. So I went with him, and we went to La Belle Époque, and right from the very beginning, I was very much in awe of what I saw. You know, there were people dancing tango, which I had never seen before, Argentine tango. The music was so beautiful, very moving, and the place itself is a very nice place. And there was a beautiful tango teacher, Viviana Parra. She was giving the class for beginners, which I took part in. And I fell in love with tango right then, and it has changed my life ever since.
He's addicted.
Yes.
Okay, well, I came to tango at a time in my life where I had made some enormous changes, and I was very stressful, and I had been a dancer until I was 28, modern dancer, and I felt like I wanted to do something with dance again, and I started taking African dance classes, but it just I didn't click with it, and I saw people dancing outside at right near where I live in the South Street Seaport, right next to the river in the summer evenings. And each week I'd go and I met this older gentleman.
At the seaport?
Yeah, at the seaport. And he kept saying to me, come and dance, come and dance. I was like, no, 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 I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing. So finally he said, tango is just about walking. And he walked me around, each week he'd walk me around, and finally after about 3 weeks he said, you have to take lessons, and this is where you have to go, and these are the teachers you have to take. And so I started taking classes, and I was not good at tango because having come from a dance background, I wanted to initiate movement. And for a follower, tango is about following and not initiating and waiting, and there was something extremely, extremely wonderful about that. The whole concept, what we were just talking about, of surrender. I'm a radical feminist. I don't like the idea of anybody, especially a man, telling me what to do. And yet I've been able to find within tango something that's very meditative and calming, in which I am forced to totally be in the moment, constantly, moment after moment after moment, so that everything goes away. So at that time I was calling tango my Valium. And I got obsessive. I took 12 classes a week. I started going down to Argentina. I also loved the fact that I had developed an enormous community, which is like the next one of the questions here, is that the tango community is extremely egalitarian. You may not even know whether someone's married or what they do for a living, but everyone is extremely friendly because you talk the same language and you love this dance. And I've been in at least half a dozen countries in the world where I can just go and I have a community of people that I can contact and go dance with. So
also, I think what New York has, which other cities probably don't have, is that we have such a variety of cultures here from different nationalities and races, and everybody comes from someplace else. So it's just.
And we have more probably Argentine performers and teachers
right,
than
yeah.
there are in Argentina, so we're very lucky there too. What do you like about dancing tango?
Well, for me, it's something where everything of myself is involved. Not just my physical body dancing, but everything. My whole being is involved. My feelings, my thoughts, my body, they're all in harmony when I dance tango, because they're all wanting the same thing. I feel really alive and a sense of well-being when I dance, because all of me is involved, and time stands still practically, and I get a great deal of enjoyment moving my body to the music, holding a beautiful woman in my arms, which is
well,
of course very, very essential in tango. The embrace is everything, and the intimacy of two people in a close embrace is something very special. That is, I think, a lot of people who are not dancing tango are envious about this, because you never have that kind of an experience anywhere else.
It's much more about human connection, and because Jay is from Germany, right in the town where the bandoneon was invented.
That's right.
And I had never heard or even known what a bandoneon was before I started dancing. And the minute I hear a bandoneon, I hear that music, something in me gets turned on. Something, I have to move. I have to move. And like I said, I'm a feminist. I don't sit around waiting for men to ask me to dance. I'm lucky I have a dance partner, but when I go out dancing by myself, I'll see someone that looks like I like the way they dance. I will ask them to dance because I feel like I've paid my money. I get to dance too, and I hear that music. The music is so incredible. And I think there's a sense of sadness and loss, some of it sometimes comical with tango, that is very beautiful, and it's not often that in a public sphere, especially in the United States, that we emote in a way that's negative, that's not necessarily positive and upbeat, but something that's very serious and, sad at times.